Hello, everybody. We are going to wait just a few more minutes to allow everybody to connect. So today we are on Zoom webinar. So you can't see everybody as usual, but don't worry, it's normal. If you want to ask any question, at the back of your screen, you have a Q&A icon. So you can go there if you have any question during the presentation, and we will answer you. Please use the Q&A icon and not the chat. It will be easier for us to follow your question and answer everybody. And at the end of the presentation, if some questions are still not answered, I will, of course, answer everybody. But don't hesitate to just ask your question during the presentation with this tool. We're going to wait just one more minute to see if anybody else is joining. Okay, I think everybody is there. Okay. Okay, great. So we are going to start today. We are going to talk about the DELF exam. So I'm sure everybody just knows the name of the exam, or maybe you don't, but I will just present what is the DELF exam, the different level of the exam, the different type of exams, and what to expect if you take this exam. And of course, so I will repeat for the new people coming. If you have any question, you can ask your question using the Q&A icon at the end, at the back of your screen, and we will answer you in the chat. And if you have any other question at the end of the presentation, I will, of course, answer everybody. So we are going to start. I'm going to share my screen with you. Okay, so the DELF exam. What is the DELF exam? So the DELF exam, it's a diploma awarded by the French Ministry of Education, and the goal is to prove your French language skills. Okay, so you will receive a diploma, and it's valid for the rest of your life. So it's really good to know that you don't have to take it every 2 years or 5 years. It's really good for all your life. There is 6 independent diploma corresponding with the 6 levels. So I think most of you knows, but I will present the 6 level just after that. And so you can choose the level of your choice. So it means you don't have to take A1 to take A2. So let's see the different levels. So that's the level of the DELF, okay? So A1, A2, B1, and B2. So as I said, if you want to take B2, you don't have to take A1, A2, B1 before. You can just choose to take right away B2 if you're ready. And after we have C1 and C2. So for C1 and C2, as you can see, it's not the same name. It's called DELF. But it's the same exam, okay? So C1 and C2 are really advanced level. So if we are looking more close to the levels. So the first level, A1, it's a beginner level. Basically, when you are A1, you can talk about yourself, about topics really close to you, so your family, what you like, what you don't like. You can answer some personal questions and you can ask some questions. So it's really the basic and simple way to talk French. So that's the first level. After that, we have the A2 level, which is called the elementary level. So in this level, you can understand sentences and you can use more expression, you have more vocabulary, you can talk about family, about local geography, you can talk about your job, you can talk past tense, future tense, so you can explain also your routine. So you have really, really more topics around you can talk about. And after this level, we're going to the B1 level, which is intermediate. So in this level, you are definitely more comfortable with the language and you can speak about a lot of topics like school, leisure, work. You can explain your point of view on those situations. You can go in France, travel, and be really comfortable with any situation. So it starts to be a really advanced level. And after that, we have the B2 level, so which is upper intermediate. B2 level is usually the level that university asks to study in French. So that's really an advanced level when you can argue, give example, debate, interact with a really good fluency and spontaneity. So this is a really advanced level, and sometimes the gap between B1 and B2 is really important. So it's really good to take your time and really review and practice your French. And after that, we have the C1 level, which is usually university level. So when like some people are studying in French, so you really have a wide range of demanding, longer closing, recognizing implicit meaning. You can understand, for example, humor, which is not easy. Like you can read, you can write with a really formal way. So this level, usually we don't ask anybody to take C1 to go to university. B2 is enough. But after your study in French, you might be able to take this one or to take C2. So C2, as you can see, is the mastery of proficiency. So it's like almost fluency, okay? It's like French speakers. So it's really be able to read, for example, articles and make a summary of it. So you have really high skills in French. So that's the all levels. Now we have different type of exams. So the two exams we offer here at the Alliance are the DELF II Public. What does that mean? That means it is for adults, okay? And you have the all levels from A1 to C2 for this exam. You will have 4 skills evaluated: the listening, the speaking, the reading, and the writing. And so you can take this exam for any reason. It can be personal choice, it can be for your job, it can be for your study. So you can choose the one you are ready for, as I said before. And after that, we have the DELF Junior. So what is the difference? The DELF Junior is for 12 to 17 years old. Of course, if you are like 10 or 11, it's possible to take it. And if you are 18 years old, it's also possible to take it. So it's just an idea. It's for students. And it's just 4 levels: A1, A2, B1, and B2. There is no C1 and no C2 for the DELF Junior. The same as the other one, 4 skills are evaluated: the listening, the speaking, the reading, and the writing. And the difference is the topics are adapted to the teenage lifestyle and correspond to the interest of teens. So for example, in the DELF II Public, you might have some topics about jobs, about politics, but in the DELF Junior, we probably will talk about sports, school. So that's why it's really important to choose the good one. If you are, for example, 17 or 18 and you're not too sure, that's the difference. So if you are more comfortable, like talking about teenage lifestyle and interest of teens, it's preferable to take this one. But if you feel you're ready to talk about more adult, more professional topics, you can take the other one. So now let's see what to expect during the exam. So for every level, as we said, there is 4 skills evaluated. And for each level, it's different exercise. But it's always the same kind of pattern. So I'm going to show you. So for the level A1, so I would say it's a basic level, okay? So for this level, you need to show the jury that you can interact in a simple way, okay? So here are the 4 skills: listening, the reading, the writing, and the speaking. So as you can see here, you have 20 minutes. It's really approximately 20 minutes for the listening, 30 minutes for the reading, and 30 minutes for the writing, knowing that all those 3 skills are actually in the same time. So we won't tell you when to do your reading or your writing. We will start with the listening, and when the listening is done, you can go for the reading. And when you're done with the reading, you can go with the writing. But at the end of the time, you need to be finished. Okay, so it's really important. So usually this part is in the morning. It starts at 10 a.m. And for the DELF A1, you will have until 11:20 to finish those 3 skills. So for the listening, it's easy. You will listen to some audio and you will have a question to answer. And for the reading, you will have some text to read and question to answer. And for the writing, so there is 2 parts. You will have to fill a form, so write name, your age, etc. And after that, you have to answer to an email or to a postcard. So very simple way to interact. And the oral production, so the speaking part, is always after those 3 ones. So you will have 5 minutes to 7 minutes with the jury. And before that, you will have 10 minutes to prepare by yourself. Okay, so you will have different exercise. You will have 10 minutes to prepare. And after, you will go and see the jury and you will do your presentation. So you need really to be relaxed. The jury is not here to be mean. So it's really a part. I know it's stressful, but don't be stressed. It is really okay. The jury is here to help you. So you don't need to be stressed for that. So that's the A1. Now let's see the A2. So A2, as we said before, so it's still basic, but we consider you as a social actor. So it means you need to communicate in the simple way and routine task, okay, and be able to have an exchange. So you need to show the jury all of that. You have the same 4 skills, the listening, the reading, the writing, and the speaking. The same way as the A1, you will do listening, reading, and writing in the morning. So here from 10 a.m. to 11:30. And you need to be finished at 11:30 all your questions. For the speaking part, so you will still have 10 minutes to prepare by yourself. We will, of course, explain to you what to do. And after, you will have 6 to 8 minutes with the jury, okay? So as you can see, there is 3 different exercises. You have a guided conversation, you have an exchanging information, and you have a role play. So the goal is really to see all your skills in French. So you really need to show what you can do in French. So let's begin. Follow with the B1. So B1, it's independent, okay? So you can have an interaction, you can understand, you can have a discussion, you can give your opinion, and you can deal with situation in a daily life. So still listening, reading, writing in the morning. So it will be from 10 a.m. to 12. So you will have 2 hours to complete those 3 skills. Of course, every time we go for upper levels, it will be the audio will be longer to listen. You will have complex text to read, so it will be more and more difficult, of course. For the speaking part here, so as you can see, you still have 10 minutes to prepare, but you will have 15 minutes with the jury. So it's longer than for A1 and A2 because you need to show that you can give your opinion, have a discussion, give example, and interact with someone. So it's really important in B1 to show that you can speak with complex sentences, that you can use past tense, future tense, you can use little words to connect your idea and express your personal opinion. So that's really important to show that you can do that because that's how the jury will put your grade, okay? So let's see B2 now. So B2, so as you can see, you can construct your arguments to defend your opinion, explain a viewpoint, you can negotiate, and you have a degree of fluency and spontaneity. So B2 is really a higher level. You still have those 4 skills, listening, reading, and writing. And as you can see, it's longer. So it will be from 10 a.m. to 12:30 for the first part, for the listening, reading, and writing. And for the speaking skills, as you can see, you will have 30 minutes to prepare and 20 minutes with the jury. So when you have half an hour to prepare, you need to come in front of the jury with something that is really good. So you have to have an introduction, you have to have argument, it needs to be really prepared. You can't arrive and just speak 5 minutes to the jury, okay? You need to have something with example, with argument, with an introduction and conclusion, and using a lot of different vocabulary, complex sentences, connecting your idea with little words. So yeah, 30 minutes to prepare. It means it needs to be really consistent in front of the jury. And after that, you will have, of course, a discussion with the jury. You need to really show your opinion. Okay, so that was for A1 to B2. After, I'm going to pass quite quickly on C1. So for C1, you still have those 4 skills, but as you can see, it's really longer. So you have 4 hours, I think. Yeah, 4 hours for the first part. And after that, for the speaking skill, you have 30 minutes to prepare, but it's 1 hour to prepare and 30 minutes with the juries. So it's really longer, and it's you really need to be prepared for that, of course. And for the C2, so here it's a little bit different for this one because listening and speaking are together, and after the comprehension and the writing are together. So it's really, really different because it's a higher level. So that was for all the levels. Now, how do you prepare your exam? So that's usually a question we have a lot of time, how to prepare your exam. So it's not because you have a good level of French that you're ready for the exam. Like, for example, a French speaker can take the exam and fail because he's not prepared, he don't know what to expect. So it's really important to know what to expect, and it's really important to practice the exercise you will have to do during the exam. So you have different ways to prepare. So of course you can take class with us. with our amazing teacher. They can help you to prepare and be ready. But you can also borrow special books from our library. So there is a lot of books to prepare for every level and for every type of exam. So we have the DELF II Public, we have the DELF Junior for every level. And in those books, you will find sample of the exam, you will have the correction. So you will have really everything to practice at home and do again some exercise to be really prepared for the day of your exam. Or you can go on this website. So that's the France Éducation Internationale website. This website, you will have also sample of the exam. I will show you, and the correction. So it's really also a good way to prepare yourself for the exam. And you can go. It's totally free. Everybody can go on the website. So you have, as you can see, DELF A1, you have all the documents, all the audio, and you can do whatever you want and try to see what the exam look like. So that's what you can do to prepare your exam. It's really important to prepare, but because as you can see, it's not an easy exam to take. You need to be prepared and know what to do, and know that you need to show the jury that you have skills in French. Okay. So how to register for the exam? So we have different dates during the year if you want to take the exam. So you can find all the information on our website. So I'm going to show you the website. So it's important to choose the good DELF you want to take. If you want to take the DELF II Public adults, or if you want to take the DELF Junior, okay? So when you know, you just click on the one, and after that, so you will have an explanation of the exam, the price, and you will see the schedule, okay? So you have the date of the exam and you have the registration deadline. So as you can see, it's always at 10 a.m., always, always, always. And there is always the date here. We are not able to change the date. We don't decide of the date. It's an official exam, as I said. And so those are the dates. We can't do whatever we want. So you can choose the dates that's best for you. So usually we have a session in March for the DELF II Public, in June and in November. Okay, and for the DELF Junior, there is more session during the year. So as you can see, so we have April, May, June, and November. So you have 4 opportunity to take the exam during the year, so which is really good. If you fail your exam, you can take it again on the next session, okay? So there is no, you don't have to wait a certain time to take it again. You can just take it again. You can also choose to do 2 levels. For example, if you want to take the DELF A1 and the DELF A2 in the April session, you can do it. It's not on the same day, so you can do 2, 3 level if you want. You can do it. But for example, if you do the DELF A2 and you fail, it doesn't mean you have the DELF A1. It is you have it or you don't have it. Okay, so that's really important to know. When you have your exam, so you succeed, you will receive an attestation, okay, like you succeed. And after to have your diploma, you will have to wait between 4 to 5 months because the diploma are shipped from France. So it may take a long time, but you will have a proof that you succeed your exam, and you can use it if you need to go to school, for university, for any application. It's okay. You can use that while you wait for your diploma. Yeah, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. and see if there is any questions. So if you have any questions, you can use the chat or the Q&A questions icon at the back of your screen. Okay, so I have a question. Do you run any special course preparing for the DELF? So we don't have group classes to prepare for the DELF, but if you want to prepare, you can take private classes with us. And so we can prepare you for the level you want to take. So you can find on our website under Learn French private classes, all the information about that and all the fees. We have another question. Is there an assessment test to know what level of DELF to take? So there is no assessment test for that. If you take classes, French classes with us or with another teacher, you can ask the teacher. That's the best way to know. Otherwise, you can take the EVALONG test, which is it will tell you your level around, which level you are around, but it's not really an assessment that will tell you, okay, take this level. Another question, is it necessary to do all the DELF levels? Can someone do the B2 only? Yes, it's totally independent. You can take B2 for sure, and it's not a problem if you didn't take A1, A2 before, that's okay. You can choose the level you want. And the diploma we received, does it show whether we took DELF Junior or II Public? I am not sure of that. Let me check. It is the same anyway. So on your diploma, you will have your grade will appear at the back of the diploma. And I will tell you right now if, no. So on your diploma, it's not right if it's a DELF Junior or II Public. No, it's, so Jade, to answer your question, no. So on your diploma, it just write DELF. So you don't have the mention Junior or II Public. Okay, so we have another question. What is the difference between the DELF exam and the TCF-TEF? Okay, so the difference is the DELF exam, you need to choose the level you want to take, okay? You need to choose, I want to take B1, I want to take B2. It's an exam. The TEF, it's a test, and the difference that you will take this test and we will tell you which level you are. So you will do also the 4 skills, listening, reading, writing, speaking in the TEF. And at the end, when you get your result, you will have your level for each skills. So that's not the same. And also the TEF, it's only valid for 2 years, but the DELF, it's valid for all your life. Okay, next question. What grade do most French immersion high school students take the B2 exam? Do they typically wait until grade 12? So for this question, it really depends of the students. There is really no rules, like some students take the B2 in grade 9, some of them in grade 12. It really depends when they start French, do they feel comfortable to take B2 right now? So there is really no rules. It really depends of the students. Can you discuss how the DELF exam are marked? I think I read that you have to get over 50% in each of the 4 skills. Yes, a good question. Yes, so to succeed, to have your exam, so every skills is on 25 points. You need to have at least 5 points. If you have under 5, you failed, and you need to have 50% to succeed. So it's on. So if you have, for example, 48, you fail. If you have 50, you succeed. if we would like a copy of the slides, do we email you guys? Oh, you mean for the PowerPoint? Yeah, I think maybe we will put that on our YouTube channel or somewhere you can access it. And if you have any question, by the time we find a way to put all that information online, you can just send us an email. I don't know if there is any other question. Just to come back to the questions on how oh, there is another question. Just I was about to say that. Does it show what mark we receive on the diploma? Yes. So on your diploma, at the back of the diploma, you will have which mark you got for each skills. Okay. So yeah, you will have that. And it's important to know also that the jury, when they put the mark, they have criteria. Okay, so they have criteria, and for each criteria, they will put a mark, and at the end, it will make the total. And those criteria, you can actually find it on internet if you want to have a good idea of what you need to do during the exam, like what the jury will look on your copy. You can find those criteria on the website I gave you, France Éducation Internationale. What French immersion level are the B1 and B2 around? So you mean to grade 6, 7, 8, 9. So as I said before, it depends of the students. So you can you can find all the definition of every level on the website on France Éducation Internationale. That's the beginning of the presentation I did. So, but there is no, it depends of the students. For example, if the French immersion student grade 8, it doesn't mean it's B1 or B2 because it depends. It depends on his level. Maybe it can be B1 in speaking, but A2 in writing. There is no rules. We have another questions. So is the DELF more widely recognized than accredited university courses, minor programs? I'm trying to understand if it's beneficial to advance to my career. Yes, Stephanie. So the DELF exam, it's an international exam, so it's recognized everywhere in every university. And it proves your level of French. Like it's really proof. Like if you took like courses, French courses at university, doesn't prove your level. Does just prove that you took French classes. But yeah, the DELF exam, if you want to study in a Francophone country or work in a Francophone country, that's really a good exam to have. If we fail the exam, is a record kept for our attempts? The only record that is kept is by the software they use at France Éducation Internationale. So we just can see if you already took the exam, but that's it. Like it won't be on your diploma. You won't be right on your diploma, oh, you took 4 times the exam. No, there is no such thing. Does the IF library is open to get the DELF exam prep books to see the example text? Yes, and yes, for sure. So we are not open to the public, but you can come to the library. You just need to phone us to take an appointment. So usually we are here between Tuesday and Friday from 10 to 5 and Saturday from 10 to 3. But as we are not open to public, we just need to know who is coming to the building. And so we need to take an appointment. And you can keep the book for 3 weeks and you can renew it twice. So basically you can keep the book 9 weeks. And we have a lot of different books, so that's all good for everybody. Okay, let's see. if we have any other questions. Otherwise, of course, if you have questions like tomorrow or during the week, oh, I forgot to ask that, you can for sure just contact us. Cynthia, which level is recognized internationally as being bilingual? Okay, so bilingual, it's C1, C2, that's bilingual level. But if you have the B2 level, so it's not recognized as bilingual, but it's recognized at a really advanced level. And in B2, you are able to go to university and study in French. So I will say B2 is it's a really good level to start. And after C1 and C2 are really like the bilingual level. Okay. Do you recommend taking the TEF before DELF to make sure you're taking the right DELF exam? It is a solution, but it has a cost. So you have to know that if you are the TF, you have to pay for it. It's 380. And plus after you have to pay for the DELF exam. So I will be maybe recommend more to take the EVALONG test, which is also on our website if you want to have a look. And it will give you an idea on which level you are. And it's just $20. So I think maybe it's maybe a better idea to do that, to have an idea that to take the TF that it's more expensive. But of course, it's your choice. It's a possibility. So exam during the COVID-19, yeah, really good questions. So masks are mandatory. So everybody need to wear a mask during all the time of the exam. Everybody is on a table individually and separate 2 meters away from each other. For the and of course, everything is sanitized. There is hand sanitizers before, after, and for the oral production. So you will be 2 meters away from the jury, and you will have a plexiglass also to protect yourself. And we sanitize between each candidate. Which exam is better to take, TF or DELF? Well, it depends. It's not the same purpose. So if you want, for example, for immigration, you need to take the TEF. If you want to study to university, you need to take the DELF. So there is no better one. There is just one that is more appropriate to your situation. So it depends of your situation and why you want to take a French exam. So in the chat, you have, I will put you the link to our website, and you can see all the French exam that you can take. So you have the DELF, the TEF, and you also have the EVALONG, which is EVALONG is only $20. So it's a good option if you want to have an idea of your level. And of course, I'm sorry, I didn't put that for everybody in the chat. Here we go. And of course, if you are in a French class with a teacher, the best way to know your level is to ask your teacher. Or if you have your kids are in French immersion, the best way is to ask their teacher, okay, which level they should take. So question for EVALONG. Is EVALONG recognized or just for seeing your French proficiency? Okay, so EVALONG is recognized as, if for example, for your employee, it's recognized, but it's not recognized for university or immigration, but it's recognized a proof of your level. So you can take it, but you can't just take EVALONG to go to university, for example, or for immigration. It won't work. Okay, just gonna see if there is any more questions. Otherwise, we will end the presentation. As I said, don't hesitate to contact us if you have any other question on the DELF exam. We'll be happy to help you and to try to tell you which exam is the best for you depending on your situation. As I said, we can't tell you which level to take. Sorry for that, but the best person to tell you that is your French teacher, or to take another test maybe, or maybe take private classes, or there is all other option. But yeah. Okay, I think there is no more questions. So thank you everybody for coming and for all your questions. We will see how to put this webinar online if you need to review it. And we will try to put all the information also. Have a good evening and see you soon, we hope, in French class or in the library if you need anything. Bye.